Hello everybody and welcome to our UK Swiss mini book fair. My British colleagues have invited me to tell you about Swiss publishing scene. My name is Myriam and I'm the head of the international department of the Swiss Booksellers and Publishers Association, SBVV. As you certainly know, Switzerland is a four-language country, and so our publishing scene is also four-lingual, and therefore there are three official booksellers and publishers associations. For French-speaking Switzerland, Livre Suisse is the association of 60 bookshops and 57 publishing houses. Our colleagues from the Italian-speaking part of Switzerland have volunteered to form the Alesi Association. They unite 24 bookshops and 10 publishing houses. For German-speaking Switzerland, the Swiss Booksellers and Publishers Association, SBVV, is the largest association with 153 bookstores and 177 publishing houses. In addition, the publishers and bookstores from the Principality of Liechtenstein are also members. Our fourth national language, Romansh, has joined together in the Graubünden Books Association. Graubünden Books is again a member of the SBVV. In Switzerland, we count about 280 publishing houses who regularly publish books and are not self-publishers. The figures I have given you are the membership figures of our associations. Of course, there are some other publishers and bookstores that are not members of the associations. The associations take an essential part in establishing economic and cultural political general conditions of the trade in books. We issue binding statements, we provide security to employees by means of general employment contracts and social facilities. We arrange for education as well as supplementary professional education. We also represent Swiss publishers at international book fairs as Paris, Brussels, Bologna, London, Frankfurt, Vienna, Beijing, Guadalajara, Montreal, and Turin. And in cooperation with partner organizations, we organize Swiss Book Culture Promotion Project in foreign countries, and this year we organized the first Swiss Digital Book Days. Furthermore, the SBVV operates the ISBN agency in Switzerland. So much for our national association structures. Before now I turn to the Swiss publishing scene, let me first say that I'm very proud of the Swiss book scene. This is certainly not a surprising statement, but it is a very sincere and honest one in this exceptional year. When Switzerland went into lockdown on March 17, many bookstores were still able to achieve really good sales the day before. In some cases, like on the day before Christmas. The Swiss have stocked up on reading material for the coming weeks, and the booksellers took the opportunity to show their customers that not only Amazon has a well-functioning online store, but also the neighborhood bookstore. And above all, they offer a solid service and do not just deliver toilet paper from one day to the next. The booksellers expanded their online stores overnight, offered advice via social media, WhatsApp, phone, email, and so on. And they set up external pickup boxes, delivered orders by bicycle, and linked up with other local stores. As a result, customers received not only their food and, for example, their medication, but also their soul food and teaching materials, namely books. And there are many reasons to be proud of the Swiss publishing scene too. I would like to name a few. The diversity in the Swiss publishing scene is very great, and so the awareness of sustainability. The young Swiss Kamper Verlag has produced the first climate-neutral paperback series in the German-speaking world. And the innovative power of the publishing houses is strong. The publishing house Rüffe und Rub and Kamper Verlag have already put their face in digital marketing before Corona and produced wonderful videos, whether as authors' interviews or narrative videos for each new literary title in the program. And during our first digital book days, numerous other Swiss publishers produced presentation videos. Each one is different and remarkable. Many Swiss publishers promote young authors from Switzerland and abroad, and they are not afraid to invest in translation. The Geneva publishing house Edition Zoe, for example, always translates authors from German-speaking Switzerland. Although they have to put a lot of work into marketing and communication to make these authors appealing to their readers. The cultural and mental differences between French-speaking and German-speaking Switzerland are significant. Thanks to the Swiss Arts Council Pro Helvetia, such translations are regularly supported, which is important in our four-language country in order to overcome mental barriers in literature. Most Swiss publishers, whether large or small, in the fields of literature, non-fiction, and children books are independent publishers. This allows for a wide range of published authors, books, and topics. During the lockdown, the Swiss publishers of children books reacted immediately and offered coloring templates, craft instructions, reading aloud videos, excerpts of children books free of charge as a serialized novels on their website. And two international and award-winning Swiss illustrators who are published by two Swiss publishing houses have received the famous Hans Christian Andersen Award. In 1966, the first award in the field went to Alois Garicet, and in 2020, currently to the illustrator Albertin. In 2008, the Swiss author Jürg Schubiger received the award. With the Swiss Guest of Honor appearance in Bologna 2019, we have also shown the world that young illustrators are remarkable and internationally recognized. Since then, over 20 young illustrators have signed their first contract, and this across national borders from Sweden to Mexico. In addition to general interest publishers, Switzerland is also home to internationally recognized scientific publishers. These include the publishers of textbooks, and this scene has been more than convincing in recent years with its innovation in the field of digital teaching aids. As you can imagine, it is impossible for most Swiss publishers to make a living from sales in Switzerland alone, unless they clearly focus only on Swiss topics or a special niche. Most publishers generate a large part of their sales, sometimes up to 90%, in Germany, France, and Italy. Having other sales opportunities in addition to your own country with your neighbors is an advantage. But the clear disadvantage is that the surrounding countries are much more price sensitive, and therefore we earn less abroad, and at the same time we pay salaries, rent, and partly production costs in Switzerland. Added to this are currency differences, logistics, and custom costs. To run a publishing house in Switzerland is often a luxury, and that's why we are very happy that we have succeeded in establishing a federal publishing house founding program. It was first granted for the years 2016 to 2020. In the new subsidy period 21 to 24, the Federal Office of Culture will again support 94 publishing houses with a total of 7.5 million Swiss francs. Of the 94 publishing houses supported, 57 are based in German-speaking Switzerland, 31 in French-speaking Switzerland, and 6 in Italian-speaking Switzerland. As already mentioned, the diversity in Swiss publishing scene is very great. Many publishers cover several sectors. The majority of publishers are active in the fields of literature, non-fiction and children books. The non-fiction section mainly covers current affairs, essays, biographies, history, self-help, cookbooks, hobbies, heals, and philosophy. In the area of children books, there is a great tradition in Switzerland in the field of picture books. In recent years, more publishers have also developed new programs in narrative children books. All those involved in the fields of art, architecture, and design regularly come across publishers from Switzerland, partly because they publish in English or because they have their international distributor in the UK. In the field of textbooks and science, the diversity of the Swiss publishing scene is once again evident. From educational media for all ages to legal textbooks and medical works, everything is included. To give you an idea, we have put together a PDF by genre and national language with the publishers' websites, where you will also find phone rights, catalogs, and contact persons. Emma House will be happy to send you the PDF after today. In it, you will also find some figures, links to our associations, and my contact details in case you have further questions. And now, thank you very much for your attention. Goodbye, au revoir, arrivederci, auf Wiedersehen.